Welcome back for your Karmic third party reading. Yes, we do have a membership that does open these a week ahead of the crowd. If you want to get such, yes, you do need to use a computer, and that will give you access to these videos to be prepared on your path very separately. If you have any pivotal questions and you can't afford a booking, which my booking links are all directly below, you can come and join our super chats. We're live every Friday, covering the joint connection to give you the most up-to-date information and support necessary. Very separately, you can book a reading. Now, I have pulled a rune cast for the karmic cycle, and it is really interlinking into post-eclipse, this part of the month, really also linking to both what's going down with masculine and feminine. Now, their rune cast this month is quite interesting, and I always quiver when I see things like this, because when we're looking at this rune cast and we look into the deeper meaning, it's an opportunity to have a revelation to a degree. We're going to get into the deeper meaning of their rune cast for this week. These are new additions to the updates. Okay, so it is relating to Odin, very Saturnian in nature, accountability and responsibility. Tree ash, figure mushroom, raven, Mercury. Mercury is currently making an aspect at the moment in Mars, and it's retrograde. So it's almost all these revelations of the past, regressing over past actions, reflection. The day it links to is Wednesday, and the element is air, very much intuitive energy. Advice, communication, contemplation, inspiration, authority, tradition, blessing, verbal skills. Esoteric, initiations, scarred knowledge, divine inspiration. That was the part that worried me, and only because many times when we look at a karmic individual, an individual that is embodying a karmic frequency, and can we fall into it? Yes, we can. So these videos can be quite useful for potentialities that can come through our ascension process, but very separately within these individuals that are linked to a cycle. They may be going through delusions, misunderstanding, lies, intellectual stagnation. Now, this is a time in which they are going to be going through both energies. It's a time where they're given an opportunity to find the inner truth inside themselves, to find, they're finding inspiration. Now, that inspiration, it's as we say, with wisdom comes great responsibility. Okay, not necessarily do we use it quite that way. So it does depend on this person's demeanor and how they're directly dealing with this. And it does look from the cards that some are not handling this ever so well. Okay, let's read it. Such is the humour of Odin, however, that the answer to our problems may be revealed in unexpected ways. The words of a song on the radio, fragments from an advertisement we spot on a bus, or words shouted by a child in playing. It is also an indication that verbal eloquence and the power of persuasion that can be utilized. Advertising is a way of exploiting this power. Reversed, this power of persuasion may be used by others to undermine our better judgment or abused by the same end, meaning the person. We must take care only to transmute or receive that of what we understand and know to be true. Otherwise, we are adding to the misunderstandings, delusions that threatens to destroy the notion of truth. This can be a time in which, especially from these cards, which are going to flick back and we're going to look directly at the karmic third parties cards for the week. They're not accepting a loss. I do feel they're not believing there is a loss. They're really stuck. It's non-acceptance of this, especially when we do take a close-up view. We have the crowning energy and the past energy, both really indicating this person is not accepting it. So be it this cycle is coming to an end, or the person's already walked out the door, this person's already in mission mode and saying, I don't accept this. This also could be an individual, especially through the eclipse, where, you know, Uranus and Taurus can relate to the past and the future and the status quo. And, you know, the Scorpio trains, it was really, okay, we need to let go of something. We need to have this rebirth. The difficulties in coming to terms with some of these circumstances, and I feel this person here, they believe in themselves, but not necessarily in a positive way. It could be purification. Okay, this can be repaired, this can be sorted, and some things can be. Some things can't be, and there's acceptance of it. And I'm noticing the sun coming through in the throat chakra. I feel the people that they're talking to, it can be, again, the power of persuasion. I'm noticing the throat chakra on this card. And the butterfly, almost feeling that this can be transformed. And when we do link back to the ruin cast, this person may be feeling they have the gift of the gab, maybe trying to manipulate and persuade this circumstance. It can be a smooth mover, sweet talker, temptation energy. Again, this can be a revelation. I really do feel this karmic third party energy this week is feeling as though the twin flames are destined to be together, but they don't want that to be so. They're almost trying to make that subject matter link into their life. And it's a very separate path that they're spiritually going through, and there can be a non-acceptance that something is coming to a head or has already. Seduction, deceit, and broken promises. There's anger to do with this. And it's funny because this actual card, the Temptress card, links to a 6. We're in a vibration 6, and we're ending this year, really. When we're moving through it, these eclipse cycles are setting the status quo for things that we're coming to terms with, shifts and redirections. And as we reach December, it's almost the meditation state, due to the fact that we're going to have Mercury retrograding. Not that it will happen until the end of the month, but we're going to be quite tired. We're going to be deeply reflective. There's going to be lots more shifts coming. And I feel this person here, when it does come to the elephant imagery on the card, there's obstacles in their way at the moment, and not necessarily do they want them to move. There could be a blame game going on here. There could be the notion that, from a spiritual point of view, they're not listening and adhering to their higher guidance. They're not seeing the wisdom in the power that they have, and they could be bringing themselves undone to a degree. There's supposed to be with every, sometimes when we go through challenging times, and I always say this, most of our most wonderful lessons are brought about in the darkest hours, and it's to show us our true potential, our true colors. And I feel they've got some adversity around them. I feel this could be a very codependent individual. And I'd say individuals because we're channeling the collective of this week's energy, and this pocket group this week is very codependent, maybe very accepting of the status quo. I feel also if they had been within the karmic contract, so to speak, in a connection, I do feel for a while this connection's been very stagnant, but that, both parties here in the mix had accepted the status quo. And I don't feel there was a lot of intimacy. I don't feel there was a lot of love here. It was very much what we deem as just the status quo. And I feel this revelation is a shift. One person in this, and I do feel its counterpart, has really shifted, and they're really not looking at this connection the same any longer. And the karmic third party isn't accepting such, but they're having a revelation that this person's moving forward. They're not seeing the wisdom in this, that it does mean, it's a little bit like the Fool card. We move forward. We have a new chapter. We struggle to come to terms with new chapters, but some of those new chapters can be absolutely amazing. And this person's like not understanding. They felt at a point, they had a very divine connection. They are aware of the twin flame connection. For some, they may have children with this individual. For some, it could be one of the twins actually has a child that's dealing with this individual. Some of them are trying. The message came through last week. It's coming through again. It's like they're trying to get pregnant to secure this, even though they know infinitely this person is not wanting to be here. They're trying to create a family. They're trying to use those wounds to manipulate this circumstance, even though maybe some of their children have already well and truly grown up, and that's for a pocket group of them. This person is not tuning into the karmic. This person who is dealing with this karmic third party, this could be an old connection. This could be a current connection where the person has actually articulated, look, I want out. I'm not happy in this. I feel this person is taking great offense, even though they can't, they're not accepting the fact that they had the power while they had the connection. And what is said and done is done. At a foundation level, I feel this person's really struggling. And again, this can be to do with their responsibilities. It could be to do with the acceptance of this. It could be the sacrifices that they're needing to make in order to support themselves. Again, I'm seeing the twin flame energy coming through, and I don't think this is them. I think this is really how they're seeing it. I do feel whoever was involved in this circumstance maybe had to be very blunt. Maybe has put their own needs on hold, even though they've felt quite glass half full energy for the sake of another. They can see that this person's unhappy. They've seen it for a long time. They also see that this person is evolving. They feel that the shackles are loosening. I do feel those that were aware of the twin flame connection, and we don't really, it's not that they need to know what the tag is. The tag is the tag. Those of us that are aware of the term are aware of synchronistic patterns that happen in the past. I feel this pocket group here was aware. For some, this could be a group that maybe on and off had been together for a while. For some, even when they are in a karmic relationship, it doesn't have to be that this is a traditional connection. Sometimes it can be that this person is only coping with such because they're working away, because they've got a separate life. And so it ends up being the status quo. But I feel directly this person does know who the other twin is. They also have noticed and they are aware that this person is spiritually connected to another. They were trying to block this frequency. This can be keeping this person occupied, text messaging, maybe moving further away to prevent the communication from being. They well and truly knew what this was. I feel for some this was a rebound relationship. And they kind of felt, they knew deep down going into it, because I'm looking at the lost card. They knew deep down that this person was quite wounded when they connected with this individual, that this person was at a foundation level in love with another person. Trauma bonding. And even though they knew the outcome was going to be, from a spiritual point of view, they knew this. From a foundation level, they knew this, that this outcome was going to be. Their guides, the messages, the synchronicities. And how will that look for a karmic? It can be the deeper intuition being there, but doing it anyway. It can be because the codependency is the override. It can be the revelation that this person's in love with another person, but it's okay. I can change this person's mind. I can focus. If we move away, if we remove all the obstacles, if we create this new kind of bubble, then all will be so. If I'm unwell, if we create children, just some bunch of examples. But regardless, from the crown energy to the past tense, to where they stand right now in the heart of it, they did directly have the wisdom, purification, beyond the veil. They knew without delusions that this individual was in love with another person. I'm going to pull some clarifiers. Do I feel this person is quite vengeful this week? Yes, I do. Okay. This person is seeing no reason, seeing no sense. Yet misfortune, they're not accepting it. We've got like a building on fire in reverse. Like they're going in where angels fear to tread. They are not accepting the end of this. Do they feel they're within their right? Yes. We have the purification. This could be talking to people. This could be getting advice. This could be expressing their stories and spreading slander. Yep, going to their friends, getting other people involved. Can Okay, what are their intentions here, please? This person looks pissed. This person is not thinking straight. Yeah. Yeah, they're not thinking straight. They're not accepting the status quo. They thought they were ready, but I feel they're now having a revelation they weren't as ready as they thought. Counterpart is appearing to come through in this reading, and it's actually like this temptress energy. They're tired of it. They're not looking at it the same way. It's not working the same way any longer. They're fed up. There's no commitment here. This person may be not being intimate with this individual if they are living together. They may be trying things. They're blocking them out. They've tried to, for some, they have actually tried to use other individuals to manipulate this circumstance. Some, they're coming across text messages that were sent. Yep, a statement to do with New Year's Eve, Christmas is being made. They're feeling this abandonment. Some are going through a divorce. The person involved with this. Oh, God, okay. I feel some sense of threats are being made. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You know, example, you can't see your kids. However this relates, but there's some sense of threat. They're feeling threatened. This could be a bit of stalking going on, drive-bys and things to that degree. I'm hearing they don't know where to find this person, so I do think there could have been a walkout situation. Yeah. Person's sick of it. They also can't get through to this person. It's not changing their mind. They've definitely made up their mind. It's almost, I'm hearing the term cold turkey. This person is cold turkey on the karmic third party. Any warnings for the twin flame collective? Okay, there's a lot of energy coming through, very strong for the twin flame collective. It's actually quite exciting but scary. I'm hearing the term the shoe is on the other foot. Don't be surprised if you receive a message, a drive-by, or a bit of stalking. Look, I do think something's about to shake up this week. Do be ready. This person potentially is using their power in a very toxic way. There is an opportunity here for acceptance. Something definitely is changing in the mix. I don't necessarily think they're handling this too well. There's a lot of anger here. Love and light, we are live every Friday. If you do want to join us, you do need to be a subscriber for 8 days. You still can watch the updates. However, we will have very separate updates that will be live, that are open to the public for all members, all people, be it you're a subscriber or not, to chat. If you do want these videos ahead of the crowd, you can get them via our YouTube membership. Otherwise, I will see you through the week for the lives and your star signs. Take care, beautifuls.